हेलो फ्रेंड्स, माय नेम इज़ रमनीक। आज मैं आप लोगों को गेम्स एंड स्पोर्ट्स के बारे में रिलेटेड कुछ क्वेश्चन और आंसर के बारे में बताऊंगी। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच गेम्स डू यू लाइक द मोस्ट, व्हाई?
I like football the most because this is one game which at one time engages about 22 players. Even more people can join in and everybody is very active and there is a long playground 120 meters by 60 meters. People have to do a lot of running around and all. So this game has got advantage of physical activities, so people become physically strong by playing this game. And this game is also very popular in South America, Brazil and all. They're very famous. In India also, most part of India like Bengal, Bihar, UP and all, this game is very popular.
Second question, do you like indoor games or outdoor games, why?
I personally prefer outdoor games because outdoor games you can do some physical activities, you get some oxygen. There is an advantage of aerobics also. You're getting good uh, breathing exercises. You can breathe in open air and all. But indoor game, yes. If outside it is it's raining, the weather is not conducive, then you can play inside. But there also you should not select Ludo and all. You should play chess, which is a mind game which exercises your brain.
Third question, why are indoor games becoming popular?
Indoor games are becoming popular because people are not wanting to exert, wanting to work hard, and some of the schools they don't have enough facilities for outdoor games. Actually, most of the schools, new schools and all, they're not having enough playgrounds and all. So perforce they want children to stay inside, and some children they want to stay inside AC. They don't want to go out to the sun. They don't want to go out to the sun and all. So because of these reasons, they have started preferring the indoor games.
Fourth question, which games are very popular in your country?
Uh, in my country, football is quite popular. Next to it is hockey, even basketball. Volleyball is also very popular, and most of the villages and all you will find that because volleyball can be played by about 12 players. So villagers in a small space they can have their net, they can have their volleyball, and they can play around.
Fifth question, what is the importance of games in our life?
Games teaches you first of all discipline. It teaches you cooperation. It teaches you coordination. See, alone you cannot win a game or this. But if you have cooperation among all other players, like I'm giving example of football, alone you cannot go and score a goal. But if you keep passing the ball properly and all to each other in selfless manner, then people will get chance to score a goal on the opponent party. And once you get a victory, that itself is intoxicating.
Sixth question, at what age should the children be encouraged to play?
I think earliest they start better it is, and nowadays children even at the age of 2 or 3 they start engaging in some games. They want to play ball, they want to do something. So better the sooner they get used to playing the games and all. So they should be encouraged, and like some games like swimming and all. Uh, Children must be encouraged to learn swimming at an early age because moment you become old, then you start getting scared of water. But as a child, you can learn most of the games in a natural way.
Seventh question, do the schools provide suitable facilities for sports and games?
Yes, I think most of the schools are providing suitable facilities for games and sports. They have a proper games room, games teacher, and they have a lot of facilities for indoor as well as outdoor games. And they have a sports period also in which the children of a particular class can go to the sports room, can draw football or hockey or cricket and everything. They go outside and play these games and all.
Eighth question, have you ever participated in any games?
Yes, I have participated in football. In fact, I was a goalkeeper. I liked uh, playing this game much more than any other game. Of course, I played volleyball and basketball also, but football gave me more enjoyment.
Ninth question, are you happy with the selection of player or the sport persons?
I think there is some uh, problem in selection of players and all because most of the places that favoritism, nepotism, all these things takes place and people starts favoring a particular people of their own places, own district or own caste or own religion. So these are some of the weaknesses most of the selectors have. I think the selection process should be totally impartial. It should be based on merit, and that is how we can win laurels for our country.
10th question. Who is your idol sport person and why?
At the moment, Virat Kohli is doing a very great job and he has become an ideal sports person because he is consistently scoring runs. Unlike yesteryears, where sometimes a sport person will score a century and sometimes they will score a duck. But Virat Kohli of late, he has been consistently breaking all the records and all, and he is among one of the few uh, test cricketers and otherwise one day cricketer also in the world who has got the best record.
11th question. How can games be made popular among the children?
For making games popular among the children, we should try and give them incentive, encouragement. Also, some schools are like giving prizes. There are holding competitions, and the competitions, those who come for second, third, and all, they are given prizes. Then there are other methods also. If you give good refreshment or diet or facilities, so for some children, instead of study, they prefer going playing games during the school period and all. So these are small incentives, and I think in human resources, the minister also has said that in coming time there will be marks for sports and games also, other than marks for your studies. There will be some marks added to your result sheet also, where if you have played games, your score overall score would be better. So more and more people will come for playing games.
12th question. What are the disadvantages of indoor games?
Disadvantage of indoor games are firstly that you are not getting any physical benefits out of it. If you are spending time 1 hour, 2 hour playing an indoor game just for the entertainment, then it is not worth it. Yes, if you are forced to do some indoor game only, there are now indoor stadiums where you can play volleyballs, basketballs, you can play even table tennis, and if the space is a constraint, then you can play chess, which is also a very good game.
13th question. Do girls equally participate in games in your state?
Yes, nowadays there is no restriction on girls playing any games. So depending upon their choice, their preferences and all, they are allowed to play any games. And nowadays most of the girls in school and colleges also, they have started playing with boys those games like which were the reserved earlier days for only for boys like basketball, hockey, football and all. So now everybody is playing. In fact, all those who have got stamina and power, they can play any game. And since girls are with shoulder to shoulder with men in any other job, so are they in the games also. In fact, in India, most of the girls are bringing good medals for the country.
14th question. Is there any difference between urban games and rural games?
Urban games are more sophisticated, like playing cricket or playing some games which is very expensive in the sense that you have to bring a lot of kit for this. Like if you are playing tennis, you have to spend a lot of money for your sports kit. But rural games are more cheaper. Like football, you buy one football, 20 people can play, or volleyball, or such like games. Even without any sports kit, like you can play kabaddi, no expenses at all. You just have a need a small piece of ground where you can. And benefits are same. Rather benefits are better because playing kabaddi, it gives you physical strength. Also, a challenge on your physical strength. So everybody, every boy, they want to do good performance in kabaddi. So they will eat well, they will exercise well, and they will remain healthy. And that is how our India will also prosper if we have got a healthy citizen.
15th question. Which are the favorite game of the children?
Children, they like to play ball only. Otherwise, they can play some other games like kho even wrestling and some other hide and seek game also, which game is not very regular game and all, but the children play outside sorts of games. They invent the games. Yeah,
16th question. Which are the favorite games of the youngster in your country?
I think youngsters in my country now, unfortunately, taking more to cricket and all, which is not the case in developed countries like US and all, where people are playing baseball and football, soccer, basketball. These are the games. In fact, everybody is playing basketball. Inside the rooms also there are basketball rings and they keep showing the rings and all. They are encouraging the children to play basketball because that needs a lot of stamina. In 40-50 minutes, you are totally exhausted. Hmm.
17th question. Why are sport person fond of taking drugs?
Not fond of taking drugs, but see, everybody wants a shortcut, and by taking some little amount of drug or intoxicant, if your performance can be better, so then they take a chance. And sometimes, unfortunately, some of the coaches also get into these unethical practices and all, which rather coaches should discourage them to take such things and all. But this is happening. It is better that they work hard and win. That would be better rather than taking drugs.
18th question. What can be done to encourage the sport person not to take drugs?
Yes, I think there should be regular talk to them, one-to-one talk by their senior players, by their coaches, by the administration. That look, taking drug is not the answer. Answer is to work hard. You see the picture Bhag Milkha Bhaga, and the fellow has been practicing how hard taking a tire and carrying it over longer period, carrying buckets of water, and so many difficult exercises they are doing because that is a challenge. If you want to do much better in your sports, you have to get the laurels in a harder way and not getting to any shortcut and all.
19th question. Are modern games being commercialized these days?
Come again?
Are modern games being commercialized these days?
Commercialized these days. Yes, modern games are becoming like IPL cricket and all. Whenever the cricket season will come, you'll see a lot of advertisements coming on TV and all. There will be a IPL mania and lot of advertisement coming and a lot of star also coming. Sometimes Shahrukh Khan going to attend and some other actresses and all. And they will get professional cheerleaders and all. So even one is not interested in the game, they will definitely be interested in seeing the stars and all. They will go and watch and all. So that is how these games are being commercialized.
20th question. Should the player be allowed to participate in modeling?
I think players have got a very short span of time where they can play good games and earn some fees money for playing games and all. The rest of the life, like those who are players, mostly they are not doing well in studies. So they have to have some means of living and all. So if they are getting into modeling, they are getting into the endorsing advertisements and all, endorsing products and all. So at least they can get some decent living. So I think if they are doing this, there is no harm and all. And if they become a role model, other children also would be motivated to join sports.
21 question. Should there be a check on the sport person appearing in advertisements?
Advertisements. I think the last question I answered the similar thing. There should be no check on that. If they are getting money out of it, I think uh, more and more people will be interested in doing better performance in sports because if they do better performance, there will be more advertisement. They will be collecting more money from the advertisement, and they will be playing better, and that is how our country's name will also become better.
Okay. Thank you, friends.
One point I think that drugs thing I would like to again re-emphasize that all sports persons must be made to understand that taking drugs once, you might win one particular match or something, but your whole life is getting spoiled if you get into the habit of drugs, your family, your children, and your own health, and there are more chances of dying unnatural death. In a very young age, they die, they become useless and all. So I think this part also they must be made to understand that rather than taking drugs, they should work hard for the games and all. That is the better answer and all, so that they remain healthy and happy for a longer years. Like again, I give you example of Milkha Singh, who is almost in the now going to touch 100 years, and he is still running races. Okay, and Fauja Singh in Canada, after 100 years, he has been running marathon races and all. So these are the people who have said no to drugs, but they have worked hard. So hard work answer is the key to any success is the hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you.